gentlemen.
Okay.
You know when you guys are ready. So this afternoon, approximately about 3:15, NCON police were doing a shoreline search of the Farmington River, close to the Farmington-Burlington line, and we were able to observe the two teenagers that we've been looking for since last Thursday in the river. We made notification to local emergency services to come assist. We were able to recover those two individuals this afternoon. They were positively ID'd as the two individuals that we've been looking for since Thursday. I just want to say that our hearts, our thoughts, our prayers go out to the family members. I've spoken with all the family members regarding this, so they have been notified. Please give them some time to grieve. I also want to give a shout out to all the emergency personnel agencies that assisted in this search. Farmington PD, Farmington Fire Department, Avon PD, Avon Fire Department, Burlington PD, Burlington Fire Department, and a special thanks to the State Police Dive Team that utilized their equipment in these efforts to bring closure to the families. So I'll take questions.
Was there a reason that area of the river was being searched today?
Just going on a hunch. We were just doing our normal patrols, focusing on downstream a little bit further because of current conditions with the water flows being a little bit higher than they normally have been. We figured we might as well start searching downriver with that potential that, you know, they may surface at some point, and so we got lucky today, and just so happened to be that's how it went down. So we got closure for the family. So it was just a normal search pattern like we always do, ground search. We were trying to cover as much as the river possible on the banks because obviously we can't be on the water. The water's too dangerous. So it just happened to work out in all of our favors today. So.
Is it accurate that the two bodies were indeed together?
That's correct.
Was there something that may have, it seemed to be unusual? Was there something that maybe they got caught up on? Or?
So when they were first observed, they were still going downstream. They were flowing with the current. They did get snagged up on a tree that was on the opposite side of the river, which worked out in our favor. So we were able to get assets out here to secure them, and we were able to get them to shore.
Is there a confirmed cause of death?
That will be determined by the medical examiner. Yeah.
Captain, did the release of water from the Colebrook Dam perhaps increase the current, maybe dislodge them?
That's very possible. That was one of our hopes that would happen with the extra release of water today. That is very possible that could have played a factor, which again benefited the search, and you know, we couldn't say that it was the factor, but probably a good contributing factor. So, yeah.
This is so heartbreaking, but we can't stress enough the current conditions of the river. Can you speak to that?
Correct. So obviously due to all the rainwater, this has hampered the search efforts and recovery efforts. Because the water level is so high up in the reservoirs, they actually would have had to release water regardless of this incident. With that being said, the water level is probably 6 or 7 times higher than it normally would be this time of year. It is very dangerous to be out there. So we're asking everybody, you know, that recreates on not just this river, but any body of water in the state of Connecticut that's swollen right now because of the rain, please stay off the water. We don't want another incident like this to happen. This is a very unfortunate situation. The river level is very dangerous. It's going to continue to rise throughout the next couple of days, so conditions are going to get even worse. Just give it some time, please. That's what we're asking. Stay out of the water right now. It's not worth the risk.
And are you able to clarify were they actually together, or they just happy floating in the same area of the river?
They were probably 30, 40 yards apart from each other, but in the same general area. So, like I said, we got lucky. We got very lucky, but I credit our officers for being there and doing the searches and not giving up on it. You know, they really did their due diligence with their jobs, and I give them a lot of credit. So.
And again, the distance
where they were last seen, where their cars were, and where the bodies were?
If I had to guess, maybe a mile and a half or so, maybe a little more than that. Not much more than that, though.
Is
So,
that typical when we are dealing with such rushing waters?
believe it or not, yes. It's, you know, every situation's different. I've seen it go the opposite way, where they're 3 or 4 or 5 miles down river. But more often than not, you know, with water levels as high as they are, you know, and this is just what I've seen through my career, they don't tend to go too far initially. Like I said, I think we got lucky today that, you know, they got caught up. Otherwise, it could have been a lot further downstream. So, yep.
I imagine every search is difficult, but I'm sure a lot of the first responders are parents themselves. Did that just kind of always be in the back of your minds?
Yeah, it's not easy for law enforcement. It's not easy for first responders. You know, anybody out searching, whoever it may be that would have found these 2 individuals, it's definitely heart-wrenching. You know, like I said, my thoughts and prayers go out to the family. It's very difficult for them. It's very difficult for us. You know, we see this time and time again, and like I said, we can't stress enough, you know, water safety is crucial. You know, wear your life jacket if you're going out in the boat, and be mindful of the dangerous water levels and the currents. What may look as a peaceful flow going through could be very, very dangerous with high water levels right now. The currents are deceiving, very strong, and you know, we just don't want to see another incident like this again. But yeah, it's difficult for us. It's difficult for all first responders to deal with a situation like this. So.
Can you confirm where the teen from who is out of state, where was he from?
I'm not 100% sure where he's actually from. I know I've spoken to his mother. She's out in Arizona right now. I know he was visiting and working for his grandfather. So he's not originally from Plainville, but that's, yeah. Anything else? Good? Okay. Thank you.